No. No, no, no. Oh, God. I might be locked out. Oh, man. Holy cow. I updated my iPad, but, and that required a code. Please go through, please go. Ah! Just a minute. I'm so sorry. Darn it. Turn this down. Okay. Did that work? Thank you. Phew! Okay. That me? I'm almost there, you guys. Almost there. On. Save. Video details. Okay. Am I there? Hi, you guys. Hi, everyone. Again, next weekend is prom. So it's like, we have been running around like crazy trying to get the final details. I'm trying to learn how to do hair because apparently in this town, as soon as everyone finds out when prom is, the moms all book the hair appointments in like a 10-mile radius of this area. So I am going to have, my daughter's getting YouTube mom hair for her updo. So I've been like practicing with hair. I'm glad my hands feel eager for it because I don't get that stuff. So anyway, so we've been on the run, but I'm like, I've got to go live tonight because we are sitting really pretty, you guys. And because last week was so weird and there was a lot of bad news last week for the GOP, stick a pin in that because we want to get that laundry list out because this is what's priming this new moon solar eclipse, which is just, it's going to be amazing. Yes, it's going to be hard for fixed signs, but maybe not as hard as we've had it in the past because Pluto, our Pluto return last February, the U.S. got a new birth chart, and as such, we as citizens of our great nation, we also kind of had a horoscope makeover. So in the other reason why I think this is true, because I'm just not reacting to certain transits like I used to before our Pluto return. So fixed signs, it might be easier on the body, but oh my gosh, there is so much good on the horizon. I need to catch us up before we get into that new moon, and then we had a quarter moon over the weekend. So let me say hello to you guys. How are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Michelle, my belle, and Linda, and Margaret, and Purple Sky, and Sandra, and Pammy, Mary Hall, Beth, Mama Bear. Hi, Marty. Yes, it's going to be a good session. Mary Hall, Cartomancy, Miriam, yay, I'm live. Shockwave. Governor Abbott threatens to shut down the border trade with Mexico again. Okay, we're going to catch up with him and DeSantis and what's going on in Maryland. These guys, they're doing what they're being told to do. They've got puppeteers. Hi, Charlene. Yes, yes, yes. Shockwave Border Patrol warns of an all-time low morale as migrant numbers surge. Okay, isn't that a convenient setup? What's going on there? Okay, Skyrider. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Jens. Okay. Okay, so I said, where should we start? Okay, I'm going to say this first. We have this eclipse coming up this weekend, this new moon solar eclipse. I think it's about 10 degrees Taurus. I haven't been able to look at it. But this is what you need to keep in mind as we head into this eclipse. Basically, the Taurus Scorpio eclipses, the last time we experienced this axis was like 2013, 2014. But the North Node, those new moon solar eclipses were in Scorpio, and Taurus had the South Node, so Taurus was like releasing stuff. The North Node Scorpio was going somewhere. Okay? So the last time then, when we had these Scorpio Taurus eclipses with the North Node, where we're headed, kind of the future, the last time that was in Taurus was back like 2002, 2003. This was right after 9/11. This was after we went to war in Afghanistan. And I always felt like during that time, we never really got to collectively grieve for 9/11. Then we were at war. It was just a huge bummer on so many levels as to what was going on. But I always felt like we never ever got a chance to come back to that stuff and catch our breath and like collectively get our brains around it. Well, that's gonna happen. That for sure is gonna happen, because I think a lot of stuff actually is going to be coming out related to what happened there. So quickly, I just glanced through this book. I love this book, because I wanted to find out what was going on in 2002, 2003. And oh my goodness, okay, I haven't read this book. I just kind of use it as like for reference purposes. So I just, went to here. So remember, I guess back in 1989, Russia withdrew from Afghanistan. They were at war in Afghanistan and they withdrew. But apparently the United States did not give much support after that happened. The U.S. Embassy was shuttered from 1989 until 2002 in Afghanistan, and hardly anybody had visited Afghanistan before the U.S. invasion. So between the time Russia pulled out to the time we declared war in 2002, nobody was really set up there. So what happened as a result of that, Pakistan and the Taliban in Afghanistan were very friendly because they just really didn't get much support because of the civil war that was now raging on after Russia withdrew. There were still a lot of conflicts there. So by 2003, as the Taliban and Al-Qaeda escalated their hit-and-run attacks on U.S. and allied forces, there was no mystery about where the guerrillas were coming from. They had regrouped on the other side of Afghanistan's 1,500-mile border with Pakistan. I swear to God, there's going to be more stuff coming out about 9/11 in Pakistan as we head into these eclipses. Oh my gosh, and Joe Manchin just popped into my mind again. He got clobbered with that full moon eclipse back November 19th, and it's just like tick, tick, tick. This North Node Taurus has his number, absolutely. So, remember Musharraf? Was he President Musharraf? Wait, where was he from? Pakistan. So, Pakistan at home is trying to tell Musharraf, hey, don't give in to U.S. officials, okay? Just stay out of this, because he was very reluctant to carry out attacks from the U.S. against the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. So the U.S., of course, thought they could lure him with money. Rumsfeld wrote June 25th, 2002. To Islamabad's delight, a chunk of money turned out to be generous, about $10 billion in aid over 6 years, much of it in the form of military and counterterrorism assistance. 2002, 2003, we're hitting these eclipses. Because of people's personal confidence in Musharraf and because of the things he was continuing to do in helping police up a bunch of the Al-Qaeda in Pakistan, there was a failure to perceive the double game that he starts to play by 0203, trying to play both sides of the fence. Other U.S. officials admitted they were blind to Pakistani intentions because they mistakenly assumed the Taliban had been defeated for good. They weren't. Okay, I thought I had another tag here. So this, I think, is what's going to be coming out because Putin came to power in 91. That's when Russia, Russia, the old Soviet Union dissolved, and then they had the new Russian Federation in 91. So from 89 to 2002, you know what? We need cards. This is just, I wasn't even expecting to talk about this. But this, the cards are like, me, me, me. You know, like Donkey on Shrek. Me, me, me. He's saying me, me, me. That's what my hands and the cards are saying. Me, pick me, pick me. Okay, I guess something. This is what we're going to do. So they withdrew in 89. Then we're back in 02. But 91 is the new Russia Federation. And Putin rises to power. We have Afghanistan. Okay. Russia withdraws. USA invades. And then we have 01, 9/11. These eclipses, oh my God. I've not had the cards feel like they're screaming at me right now. So it's absolutely, okay, so this is going to be the line for the eclipses are going to touch what? Oh my gosh. 89, 90. Now this is 10 years. Oh wait, this is supposed to be 90. Oh, I cannot believe how much yelling and screaming is coming at me. Like, I just have to tune it out because, oh my gosh, you guys' stuff is going to burst. We're going to go across the top with Afghanistan. 1989, Russia withdraws from Afghanistan. 1999, 1990, Russia withdraws from Afghanistan. 1991, the new Russia, and Putin comes to power. 9/11. And now here comes USA. Okay. I need another deck. Okay. Ghost. Okay. This is going to be this Putin. Okay. So I just want to see Putin's cards then going against this. I was not expecting to go here. I have not had cards scream at me like this. I think probably like on the level of me having to start a channel because it's yelling at me all the time. Putin. Russia withdraws. 89, 1990, Putin, you are going to come to power. Where are you in between this? Ooh. Nobody's supposed, this is his link. He is linking here. He sees what's happening. He's making plans. I know that already. All the Soviet Union. Putin comes to power. Yada, yada, yada. 2001. Oh. This leads to 2001. This leads to 2001. 2001. U.S. arrives in Afghanistan. Okay, so up here we have Afghanistan. Because I know these eclipses coming up, starting with our, well, we had a full moon lunar eclipse last November, the illumination, setting the stage of where we're headed. Now we're going to have a new moon solar eclipse. This is the first new moon solar eclipse with this new moon Taurus, this Taurus Scorpio axis. The last time we had new moon in Taurus, or Taurus as the north node, was in 0203. Leading up, you know, Russia withdrew from Afghanistan, Putin comes to power. Here's 9/11, U.S. goes to Afghanistan. Justice, well, that is a really interesting card because you guys know I have said this card has, oh my God, showed up as Putin for justice because he rises to power, he's got a sword, and he's going to cut up everything that's in his way. This also has been China a lot lately, behind the scenes supporting the Russia in their war against Afghanistan. So that's very interesting. We've got the Justice card here. To solidify power, and he is going to cause a lot of heartache. Well, this is the line for Afghanistan. So Russia leaves. They leave. But it's a nightmare. There's still, I get the civil war going on there. They left a big, huge mess. They left people bound to the terror that was left there from that war. Oh, yeah, imagine that. Russia would do that. 1990, the year before Putin becomes Knight of Pentacles. We have mercenaries lined up. 1990. This is the year before the dissolution of the Russian Federation. The Queen of Cups. Is this the United States? No, but this is paying to get to where you need to go in the new Russia, the new country. I don't know. We might be paying things too. That is a very interesting link going on. So in 91, the Soviet Union dissolves. Oh, the Emperor. That looks like a coup, you guys. That looks like a freaking coup. Putin rises to power. The Queen of Wands. How perfect. I'm telling you, he always shows up the Queen of Wands, the leader of a different nation. Time passes. 2001. This is 9/11. Well, the moon card shows up. This has always been China's card. Since the invasion of Ukraine, it has definitely been Putin Xi. 2 towers, 2 nation, 1 idea. They're caring for the long term. And here we go. 9/11 happens. You've got countries here planning this, talking about it. And here comes the United States to Afghanistan. Yes, this is my yes card. Yes, I think they knew we were coming. Yes is the point of contact, the point of one's idea. Here they come. This was a freaking conspiracy. 9/11, the United States invades because there is a conspiracy to be there. Oh my God, you guys. In the background is Putin. This is his timeline. How about that? We've got a tower, as in 9/11, the Twin Towers. 9/11, the 7 of Cups here is disguising this attack. The 8 of Cups, something was set up. 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. And death. Something was set up. 89, Russia withdraws. This is the Putin timeline, you guys. Russia withdraws in 89. Putin says, I am the Page of Swords reversed. We will go quietly, but I have ideas here to get ahead. The Seven of Wands. I'm going to cause some effery, get ahead. 89-90, fall of the Soviet Union. But this is what he's bridging to the fall of the Soviet Union. Oh my God. The Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups. He has his plan already for the Queen of Cups. Is this the United States? It is all of it. And retribution and trying the old Soviet Union. This is the thing that gets him so angry because of how Russia was broken into with 16 other states broke off. Here we go. This is dissolution of the old Soviet Union. The Ten of Cups. It was wonderful. This is what he's always, or no, the Ten of Pentacles. The dynasty of the great old Soviet Union dissolved. Here's Putin. We have the Page of Pentacles. Money news. Money news. We're going to make a lot of money. Fast forward going to 2001 and 9/11. Putin has this. He's planning the Ace of Pentacles. A power move. He's got a power move. He's planning for 9/11. He's got the King of Pentacles. Money. Resources. And the Ace of Wands, a plan of action. So he's got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, finance to 9/11. There's your Knight of Pentacles reversed. You guys, do you see this? I think this was in the making to hit USA before the delusion, before the fall of the Soviet Union. Knight of Pentacles. Those were mercenaries, people that were paid to do the job. The USA lands in Afghanistan, and here's the Five of Pentacles. The USA arrives in Afghanistan. That's like kind of over here. But the United States can't see, like Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, how resources have and alliances have reformed since 89. Okay? And this is so appropriate, the Ghost Tarot. This is why we could never get a grasp on what was going on in Afghanistan. So, having said all that, the eclipses that are coming, how are they gonna manifest with this? Give me a deck. Which deck am I supposed to do? We're gonna do this one. The Ace of Cups. This was my old Don Julio wants probably like 2019, 2020. I got this deck. This is like his crimes and his plans. What are we going to find out? These eclipses are kicking off what? Because we're at such a pivotal time. We're back to the Taurus North Node where it was in 0203 while we were at war. There's been a lot of cover-ups. There's been a lot of funny business. The GOP got really weird with like having to withdraw from Afghanistan, and thank God President Biden pulled us out of Afghanistan last August because I think he knew what was coming. Could you even imagine how hamstrung we would have been with our economy in shambles, with a pandemic in Afghanistan, and then Putin was going to go invade Ukraine? It was a miracle. Thank God we got out of Ukraine. Okay, so I want to know how these things are going to get eclipsed. What are we going to find out about all of this? Because this is all active. Oh, that's the bridge. Oh, I have to do another line here. This is Donald. Donald is in here. Whoops. Oh. Donald is in here. Donald. I wouldn't have gone into Iraq. Bull. Or wherever he said he wouldn't go to Iraq. Okay, what's going on with Putin and people that work for Putin related to this whole time? We are going to find out some stuff, you guys, with these eclipses starting this weekend. And on top of it, phenomenal, extraordinary news. Thank God Macron won the election in France, because now this is going to happen. If he, I don't even want to imagine where we would have been there. But that was a huge, huge loss for the bad guys. Terrible, horrible. Okay, let me check in with you guys real quick. How are you doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Biden's intel is amazing. Yes, it is. Maybe it was supposed to originally line up with, with the Y2K bug. True. Hi, Electra. What other Texas oil refinery is going to close? I do not know. Moderators plans to shut down its Houston refinery. Will be lost. Why are they? Okay. You know why they have to shut down the... This is how Putin hurts us, through Abbott and DeSantis. He is losing badly, and he goes through those guys to get stuff done. I will okay, after this, we're going to go to DeSantis, okay? I cannot lose my train of thought because I wasn't even planning to go here. So in the coming set of eclipses, we're going to find out with Afghanistan. That is Putin. Putin had plans then. Withdrew from Afghanistan before Russia fell. The assault. He wanted war long ago. To the fall. You guys, this is the fall of the Soviet Union and Putin coming to power. The Three of Cups. He wanted that. This is the United States going into Afghanistan after 9/11. And this makes sense as to why there's a yes card. Yes, this is a pinpoint for that to happen. This tells me he staged this. 9/11, we've got Russia, China. The King of Pentacles again. He's the one sponsoring this. He helped. The United States. The Queen of Swords. Another nation exacerbating this stuff to get the United States here. Ugh. Putin all along, this is happening. We're going to go back to the past. This is from when they withdrew from Afghanistan. I don't know why they withdrew from Afghanistan, but is this Afghanistan? Holy shit. I'm sorry, I think this might be kids. There was not a source to take kids out of Afghanistan. Ew. He needs another source. Oh my God, that is so disgusting. They withdrew. Instability. 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. We're going to find out a lot about the instability that was going on, how things were set up here. Putin was creating hell, wreaking havoc, and he had a habit of doing it. And the Soviet Union was falling apart. Instability. I think, and this is him taking advantage of it, exploiting it, because he wants to rise to power. These eclipses are going to touch. Oh my God. The disappointment of the fall of the Soviet Union covered in Putin's rise to power. Putin's rise to power. 9/11. These are Putin's cards. He has The Seven of Cups here, 9/11. Gee, who did that? I don't know. Gee, who did that? The Tower, the Twin Towers. Here we go. The Seven of Cups. What about the Seven of Cups? Herman, examine. Let's see what we can do here. And USA's entrance into Afghanistan was a freaking setup. All these cups here. Let's bring it. Oh my gosh. The cards on the bottom here, the Magician. I'm going to manipulate this. This is my strength. And how I'm going to fight back. How I can retaliate and fight back. That Seven of Wands was right over here with the withdrawal from Afghanistan. This is the in-between. Now, this is the eclipse stuff. Things that should be coming forth during these eclipses related to all of this. Terror. Terrorism. I'm telling you, you can trace it to this guy. The origins of terrorism. How it's manipulated and they can maintain strength. Putin's rise to power. This is like everyone he rose to power, and he didn't care how many people he had to maim, what he had to do. Russia was splintered, and he needed justice for that no matter what. 9/11 eclipses are going to tell us more about Mother Russia, the Empress, the role of the Empress in all of this. And then USA entering the White House. Okay, here we go. This goes back to George Bush. Decisions made by the White House. And what they did, what kind of decisions are we going to be finding out? George Bush era. Oh. King of Cups. News. What? Oh. Do you see this? What this is? This is like the White House. George Bush getting news that the towers went down. The Queen of Pentacles. Someone has to pay for that. What else from the George Bush White House? The Ten of Cups reversed. Part of Fortune. Where's that Emperor card reversed? The Family, the Ten of Cups, the GOP. I think they're going underground for some beneficial what? What did they benefit from with the fall of the Soviet Union? Weaponry. Weaponry. All the money they could make off of the war. This is the stuff that is going to come forth, I think, in my humble opinion, with these eclipses. But we are sitting in a much better place. That was just a depressing time. And we've been dealing with this for 20 years. We need these eclipses very badly because, well, you guys know. How are you guys doing? There's protests in France? Why? Because of the 41% that were duped by propaganda? Again, the minority that did not win and the clear majority that did win. So I just got it. That's what they're going to do. They're going to evoke protests. Even though Biden won by 7 million, they had their white supremacists in the street. So again, to antagonize NATO, the allies, stretch resources to cause and create pain because Putin is losing. Yeah, Carla, that's this whole thing. Are we going to find out any news about 9/11? Yes, because where these new moon solar eclipses are, the North Node is in Taurus, and the last time the North Node was in Taurus was in 2002, 2003. when we went to Afghanistan and we were making decisions with the Defense Department and the budget, okay? Because in the year 2000, we had a Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, the last one in the Earth signs. That was in Taurus. That was the rise of Donald. Because it was conjunct his midheaven. Oh, we're going to find out about the GOP. We're going to find out about Donald. We're going to be finding out about people who conspired with them, like after we went into war, so they could make money. There's, I think, going to be a lot coming out in the next several years. Okay? Okay, there are... Oh, fine. Okay. Fine. Let's grab some cards on the protests in France. I wasn't planning to do this. I have other stuff to talk about. Maybe this is why the cards are just screaming at me. Okay. What am I doing? I'm doing this one. The right person won. Okay, show me Macron winning the election. Actually, Macron won. LePOISON lost. The foundation of this election. What's crowning both of them? At the heart of the matter right now, we have protests. I'm going to forget. Macron, LePOISON. Okay. So right now, we are having these protests. I believe you guys are reporting that. I didn't see it, but I am just, like, not surprised. I'm in, and I'm in. This is like... How do you relate to these protests? Oh, there's people behind her. They're the ones. These are the people sponsoring the protests. How do you relate to these protests, Macron? Ten of Wands. These are the burdens of winning. And the burdens of losing and fighting back, challenging. Are they challenging the election? The competition. Oh, there you go. That's who is provoking the unrest. Russia. We had this election. Temperance. Taking in the issues. Dealing with the law. Jupiter has to do with the law. Jupiter also expands things. If we're expanding protests here. The Ace of Pentacles. Power. Opportunity. The Nine of Cups. The transnational mafia is exploiting this to take actions. Ace of Wands for the King of Pentacles. Pooty sponsors. So this is Macron. He won. The Six of Cups. The people decided to go back to the past. Yes, and he was the better person to pick. He is covered in the High Priestess. This election was getting shelled by propaganda. This is Russia all over him. It is stunning that with as much that they meddle in elections now, this is the second time. 5 years ago, Russia was not able to pull it off against Macron. Despite all of this garbage, he won. And he is now going to be doused and covered in yuck. And it's showing up now with these protests. We have LePOISON. The Four of Pentacles reverse. Her point was to create instability, break up the foundation of France, covered in the Six of Pentacles reversed, and she was going to be extraordinarily uncharitable and mean and take everything away, the good that France has stood for. Gross. She's so gross. I can't stand her. At the foundation of this election, the Seven of Cups. We don't know what's going to happen. What is this covering up? A Tower moment. That is Putin. So this election was a Tower moment for Putin. It meant so much, but people, they wanted to cover up how much it really meant. It's crowning this election. We have the Page of Swords, provoking stuff already, and the Emperor. This could be China, or it could be, Emperor's been showing up more as they couldn't crack this election. So these are the protests. Defenses. A stronghold. People are looking at this election. Oh, he won. Y'all shouldn't be surprised, but because he won, now they're coming out to take some action because they got some news. Page of Wands. They got some news. What? They got some news what? Death. This is not the end. This is not the end. LePOISON relates to these protests because she can. Because now there's a change in messaging. The election was stolen from her. Are they saying that yet? Says the Queen of Wands, Putin. Macron relates to the protests. The investment in our nation. Everyone invested in him. The votes have been counted. The Page of Swords. The young people, the information that is traveling. But this is just a small cohort. There are people on the ground there who are, oh no. Wait, am I buffering? Am I here? Oh no. Am I here? Nancy Lee says Putin is ill. He looks so disgusting and gross. Okay. I forgot to catch up with you guys. Okay, and so these are the people that are provoking this. We have behind LePOISON the same people from the past who, like all the propaganda that's been spilled on him, like the Yellow Jacket protest, their weird protests, the King of Swords, that might be China, provoking instability. It's a conspiracy. There are multiple countries provoking this right now. Again, and this so applies. I hope we hear more about this later. But at the beginning of the year, before the war, there was the initiative that Biden brought up, and they chaired it. Not defending democracy. It's a global effort. I don't know how many countries were involved, but it was something not saving democracy, initiative for democracy. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It was all to counter all this that's going on that we're seeing with that election right now. They have made brilliant, outstanding points to how to counter meddling in elections, attacking democracy, but the instability that Russia and the transnational mob and narcotics and smuggling and hacking cause on democracies. They have been outlining this stuff since day one, and it addresses all of this stuff. What a sad, sad showing for such an instrumental election. It tells me that their effectiveness at election meddling sucks. They don't have a response, but they've had all this time to, you know, ante up their ability to meddle. Meanwhile, everybody else has caught up to their shenanigans and sees what's going on, right? How are you going? She did concede quickly. Maybe they'll hire the cyber ninjas. Yeah, so they're trying to provoke momentum to say it's kind of like they're trying to figure out how to keep dividing the country of France like they did here after the insurrection. I mean, because we dealt with how many times were these guys getting along all the time with, I mean, he's still having rallies and they're getting a lot of juice out of that for them. They would like this stuff to continue. But LePOISON is going to do the right thing and concede. And people can say, well, at least she conceded. She's not like Trump. She is. You know, it's just another cover. Thank you, Sharon Sipe. Okay, so let me get to my list of what I really wanted to talk about like an hour later. Okay. No, I said I was going to talk about DeSantis first. I didn't get to talk with you guys very much about the quarter moon. Nope, the full moon that now led to the quarter moon we just had on Saturday. Last week was a really, really hard week. But the thing I had my eye on, and I don't know if I have this chart here. It might have been the quarter moon before that, but it was very telling, and it's very important because it is sticking power, because we're heading into eclipse season. But in Washington, D.C., at that particular chart, the sign on the eastern horizon was 29 degrees Leo. That's Donald's ascendant. On the midheaven, we had 24 Taurus. This is Donald's midheaven. It was like a mirror copy of his chart. So I'm like, holy crap. Whatever is going to happen in Washington, D.C. with the following week or so is very telling, because it's like D.C. has his cosmic thumbprint of everything going on related to him. And so the GOP had a really, really bad week last week, you know, from Madison and MTG and texts and audio and who knows what else. It was a very bad week. And this is what it was riding on. So I finally got to finish the full, this is the full moon in Mar-a-Lago. And this was back on April 16th, on Saturday. Well, this is the horizon, east. Sun rises, hits its highest point, sets. But look at these, do you see all these arrows? Like, what's giving life to this chart? Well, it's my partner. What's your secret? Well, it's about being president. How do I feel? This is so important to me about how I analyze this. We have secrets on our assets. I have faith in the law or someone overseas. I'll just tell you right now, the chart in Trump Tower, New York, had the astrology card here, Mars, force, in the ninth house of the law. And it was screaming how they were like attacking New York DA Braggs. Like, it was all over. Donald was on him. Other people were on him because he was on the verge of uncovering not only all the crimes, but the crimes that were done with other nations like Russia, China, others over time. I mean, that's just how close we are to seeing the crimes that the Trump org did all that time. You know, maybe that's what's coming out with these eclipses, because I said this stuff goes back to 0203 and money and who benefited in the government. And I bet it's going to go to Donald. So this is in Mar-a-Lago. I had to add, so we have China, Moscow, Mar-a-Lago, Trump Tower, Kyiv, in the United States. I will tell you that this orange here, remember, the DOJ assigned a special prosecutor for the higher-ups who might have been involved with J6. Here we have Mar-a-Lago. 5 of Pentacles in the second house of assets and your values. Here we have Beijing making offers. Okay. So this was a TAROTSCOPE for Moscow. I just added Mar-a-Lago down here because I just needed space. Okay, so this is not the same thing, but crazy that they started lining up on some things. And over here, like I said, this orange is a special prosecutor for a J6. Again, look at this. Mar-a-Lago had the 5 of Pentacles reversed here in this second house of income. Right here. The astrology card had the South Node, life's debts. So Mar-a-Lago is indebted to someone or something. Okay? DiSantis came up with the 5 of Pentacles reversed as well. That's the freaking special prosecutor. Abbott, he has some little orange lines here, kind of on the perimeter. But so I did these TAROTSCOPEs just for DiSantis at Mar-a-Lago, the Don't Say Gay bill, and Disney, what they did to Disney last week. And holy crap, up here, this is Moscow. This is a TAROTSCOPE for Vlad. This is what TAROTSCOPE for Vlad and what he thinks of Xi or what Xi does for him. DiSantis. What gave him life at the full moon? Well, Vlad and who else? Yes to Xi. And what gave life to the Don't Say Gay bill was Vlad and Abbott. What gave life to you last week with your dumb trucks? 5 of Swords, Vladimir Putin. But here he has the no with the 5 swords, meaning he's trying to cover up where he's really getting his instructions, which is from Russia. Okay? Abbott. What gave him life last week at the full moon was the 5 of Swords, covering up the fact that I'm getting instructions from someone else about the star, which I think has to do with his little thing with the trucks at the border. So those came together as a package, 5 of Swords and the star, to cause ruin and hurt people. The attack on Disney had exactly the 5 of Swords and the star together in this area of public servants. So Abbott is in on it as well. And DeSantis also had the 5 of Swords exactly lined up here. So the GOP and governors are being instructed to attack the happiest place on the planet at the behest of, it seems, 2 from Vlad. Okay. I just need some cards for DeSantis and Abbott in relation to what they do and how Putin is directing it all. Okay? DeSantis. Show me what the heck DeSantis is doing. Abbott. Vlad. Oh. Fine. Don't say gay. Disney. Border. And now they're cutting, their refinery is shutting down. Oh, God, this feels very heavy. Okay. How does Vlad relate to all of these? DiSantis. Wow. Okay. Do you see all this? No, I'm told they go like that. Okay. What's going on? DiSantis Abbott, Texas, Florida, Vlad. Fool. Can you guys? Fool. Of course, fool. Off to a foolish start. We're going to do foolish things. But it's our new world. Our new thing. Because we have a pact with another country. Remember, the Lover's card for me are for leaders of a nation. They're separate nations. They are separate states. Okay, if it's like person to person, the agreement, we see like a Two of Cups. But when you get into Lover's card, this is the commitment to another nation. The Fool, the Lovers, and the Eight of Swords. They are bound to Putin from the things they did in the past. So here we have DeSantis. Going scorched earth, I am going to win unfairly. I'm going to do whatever I have to do because I am covered with threats to remain silent. And I've also helped embed a bunch of software and stuff into my state and against the electorate, which is also blackmail. Abbott. I'm just going to take this information from this person. I'm going to take this from the law. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth with our laws and our rules and governance. Because I too am done, the Ten of Swords. I'm covered with being done because I have broken so many laws. Donald is done, and I'm going to be totally dead and done if I don't get this stuff done. This is the pressure that they are under, okay? We have, what was this, the Don't Say Gay? Don't Say Gay? The Devil. Gee, who wrote that? This is like my G card. It's my Putin card. It's my Donald Trump card. Don't Say Gay. They know that the electorate is tied to this. There's very strong feelings about gay and not gay. This is having their hand in the mix of our Constitution and our rules and rights and laws that protect people. This is Disney. That was a full-throated attack. Government usurping the rules. But again, Queen of Swords, maybe another nation. If it was truly up to DeSantis, I would expect a king here because he's male. But this is a bigger entity. This is, didn't I say this was a truck, the border stuff? Creating a nightmare, terrorism. And then this is shutting down the oil refinery is shutting down. And there's no reason to. They have plenty of permits and land, but they shut it down. Because Mother Russia is barren. Nobody will buy. They are facing a total and complete embargo. So if I can't have it, you can't have it. They have been told, you are going to you're going to close this refinery because it's to cover up the Seven of Cups, to cover up what? Oh. Okay, there goes my throat. Holy cow, this is what it is. I read that backwards. This one was the first card I put down. Why shut down the refinery? Because it's a ruse. It's to cover up the fact that the refineries have been told, you better, this is like a strong arm, strong man, because we're done. They were ordered to, okay? Let me check in with you guys, make sure we're on the same page. How are you doing? All them on their fork tongue. Yeah, Debsy, those taxpayers in Florida are not going to be happy. Oh, good. I know, it's crazy what's going on there. Okay. So, in the midst of all this, here's Vlad. What does he have to do with all this? The Ace of Cups. This is what he would truly, truly, truly make him happy. Happier than anything in the world. Remember when Don Julio was in office, the Ace of Cups was the thing that the Rusher, the Pootie, really, really wanted, and he really had to give it to him. This is because Vlad wants it. Look at that investment. Look at those numbers. Look at that money. And I have nothing. He directed to, don't say gay, his relationship to that. Make his wish come true. This is what he wants. Don't say gay. As far as Disney, Vlad, the star, gives him hope to ruin happiness on the planet. That was a big one. This was a really, really big one to accomplish that Florida just handed over because it makes him so happy. He really, really wanted this. The thing at the border with Abbott, that gives Vlad some control over what's going on at the border and the way money and things are going in and out of the United States. He can still suffocate us. Remember, the Four of Pentacles for me is like an assault, like an attack against your will. And the refinery's not producing. Vlad's defenses. This helps him defend himself with the dumbass choices he has made. Okay? So DeSantis relates to Vlad with all this by, yes, sir, the Two of Wands. I've got my instruction. Okay, I will do this. Oh my gosh. How Pootie takes all of his actions in each one of these areas. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. It is skilled and methodical, and he is told at the time when it needs to be done because it fits in a bigger picture. Now, all these things down here for DeSantis, we've got the king to ruin Biden, to hurt our rules and our loves, to break off our relationship with our Constitution and our democracy, to create havoc, and to hurt us financially. What an assholeo. What a prick. I mean, come on. Abbott. This is him. To Vlad, what do you say? Oh, the celebration. He's the Kremlin. He's the real leader. I want him successful. We've been successful all of this time. The way Pootie wants to do things, I say, fool, we have a new relationship. We're off to a new start. This is what we do. That was this deck. And as far as don't say gay, a star reversed. That is Pootie's thing. Hopeless for those. Disney, the King of Pentacles. the king of money, the king of resources. What's going on at the border? End it. Hurt migration, hurt the nation, bring that to a screeching halt, kill it. Kill everything. The refineries, gives him strength. He sees that as a really strong move. And that's why we call it Russian strength. Can you believe this guy? So gross. Right? How are you guys doing? Does Putin realize he'll lose no matter what he does to the U.S.? I don't think he cares because he has sponsors. He is facing a life sentence, it seems, with his health. And if he wants to see things happen in his lifetime, it's now. And it's also, he is losing. They're facing an embargo. People are pissed. But what's it going to take for Germany, too, to speak? Because Germany is looking like they're totally owned by Russia and China. This has been Putin's biggest dream, his biggest, wettest dream to destroy NATO and the U.S. Now, keep in mind, remember, in the Mueller report, Bill Barr redacted that report. And then the summer before last, I think in 2020, and of course, this did not make the news. Oh, crap. Whoops. Huh. Buffer. Okay. Judge Reggie was pissed about what was redacted. He made those parts unredacted. And one thing that BillBehindBars redacted was the fact that, and remember, this is a report from 2017, right afterwards, that the Russia was at war against America. And we didn't know. BillBehindBars covered that up so we would never know that they were at war against us, because perhaps we would respond differently. Fast forward, he's invading now, UA. He is at war with the N, the A, the T, the O. And we don't know that yet. So he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He won't stop until he's stopped. And China needs Russia to win this war so they can take Taiwan. And interesting, China has blamed the U.S. for the invasion in Ukraine. And they said something else about Taiwan last week. About how, they said it's part of China. You know, kind of like how Putin's been saying Ukraine is part of Russia. They're playing games, and now they have picked their sides. Okay. Can I leave these guys? I can put these guys away. It's all related. It's all related. That's why they do these crazy, idiotic things. Okay. Now. Oh. We do know that we are, we're out. We're like leading NATO now, practically. NATO's on our side. Okay, you know, I need to sit down. There are some other very important things that just happened. Haha. And this has us sitting in really good position. So we talked about this. This is like what's setting the tone for our new moon solar eclipse. Donald is caught, you guys. Because, like I said, the top of his chart is 24 degrees Taurus. Why did I do that like that? Okay. I'm sorry. So the midheaven, the 24 degrees Taurus. This is the highest point in the chart. This is your highest achievement. Last November 19th, we had a full moon lunar eclipse. The moon was was at 27 degrees Taurus. The sun was at 27 degrees Scorpio. Okay? Now, we are going to have a new moon solar eclipse at 10 degrees Taurus. That's where it happens to be. But the north node now, and this north node was at 27 degrees Taurus. The nodes, remember, those are, if this is Earth, the nodes, anyway, the nodes are where the sun's path crosses the Earth in a given year. Like when the sun goes above the horizon and when the sun goes beneath the horizon. So when the sun goes above the horizon, that's the north node. The south node, that's where the crossover is to the southern hemisphere. The south node, we're releasing stuff. The north node is our destiny, where we're going. So this full moon eclipse happened to be conjunct the north node exactly. So that is a big, huge reveal. The axis of the eclipses, we're going into Taurus and Scorpio, and it's saying because the nodes move backwards in a sign, they don't go forward, they move backwards. Like the precession of the equinoxes. That's kind of like the tie-in from there, okay? I didn't mean to get this technical. So that's where the north node is. Since this time, November 19th, the north node has traveled backwards. It is now at 22 degrees Taurus. So it is on the other side of Don Julio's midheaven. So this is the 10th house of achievement. This is the 9th house of the law, lands far away, Putin's house when he was in office. So what the last eclipse did was reveal a lot about what was happening while he was in office, like January 6th. But since the south node is over here in the 9th house, problems with the law, New York District Attorney, keep an eye on that. And what's going on in Russia, China? So even though the north node is there, now we're going to have this new moon solar eclipse at 10 degrees Taurus. Now it will be in his 9th house of the law and lands far away. Okay? So this north node keeps going backwards. But as the days go on, this is where the new moon solar eclipse is. It's going to go to the full moon solar eclipse, which I could only imagine. Where is that going to be? Well, exactly 2 weeks away. It might be at 24 Taurus Scorpio, okay? So this is the new moon. In 2 weeks, well, the new moon solar eclipse is Saturday. About 2 weeks from there, we'll have a full moon. And by then, that sun is going to move all the way over here. It's going to be sitting right on top of Donald's midheaven. So even though the sun will be here, the moon, 24 Scorpio, is right at the lower heaven. This is Donald's defenses. This is where he hides his stuff. These are the people he hangs out with and he defends. Do you get this? This is home. This is family. This is his clan. This is what this full moon is going to illuminate at the top and the bottom of the chart. And now we have an eclipse that has moved over the top last November to now. And it's just going to get worse after the eclipse because the sun will keep moving this way. Do you understand how badly he's going to get his ass kicked, you guys? Do you guys get this? Okay. Oh, yes, there were some late night filings last Friday. Cletus. I just need some cards. What was the most important thing that was exposed about Donald with the full moon eclipse last? His plans to overturn the election. That was the most important thing. So, tick, 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 tick. The South Node is over here. We're finding out stuff. But we're going to have this new moon solar eclipse in Donald's 9th house. What's going to happen? Everything. This is a massively burdensome AF new moon solar eclipse on him. And this is fast data transfer. This is like all the stuff he sent out to other people, whether it was a law or it was like confidential top secret stuff, shuffled off to other people. That's what the new moon eclipse is going to touch. And then the full moon eclipse is going to whack him at the top and the bottom of the chart. And what's going to be revealed here by the moon at home on his IC? The government. Oh, the government and what? He offered up stuff about our government. This is the revelation. What the support and stuff he gave up with the government related to who? I just got, you're not supposed to know. Okay, well then give me a card from the past. To help him from the past, from a long, 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 long time ago. I am going back to even, because these eclipses, the North Node in Taurus goes back to 2002, 2003. Holy shit. The sun is going to be over his midheaven at the full moon eclipse. How is the top of his chart being eclipsed? People he paid off. Money laundering. Who he paid off to terrorize. Shut up. His conspiracies. I just got Rudy. To ruin everything. And as this continues on, like a month after these eclipses, we've got the Five of Pentacles reversed. Oh, God. He's such an asshole. The agreement he had with another nation, likely Putin, for the rise of nationalism, to shut people out, keep them poor, and steal everything, loot everything. His actions with the Queen of Wands to make him fortunate. He is going to get caught up. This is what's on the table for him coming up here with these eclipses. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Now, the other thing that is very good news, why we are, so we have all of this. The other reason why we are sitting pretty. We are sitting pretty. I think I wanted to look at the quarter moon over Mar-a-Lago. Is because at this quarter moon, oh yes, this is, you guys, something is going down with Mar-a-Lago. At this quarter moon. Now, pay attention. I'm telling you guys, you need to get your stuff done by April 30th. That's the end of this week. That is a new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. Because Mercury is going to go retrograde on May 10th to June 5th. And it's going to be in the sign of Gemini. So it's going to go retrograde in between these eclipses. That's a big freaking mess. Now, when we get to this fall and we have the eclipses in Scorpio and Taurus, Mars is going to be retrograde in Gemini. So Mars is going to create a lot of problems for Mercury retrograde starting now, and it's going to rehash it all in the middle of the summer and then with the eclipses again. I am telling you, fix your stuff, sign your stuff, take care of your contracts, take care of your devices before April 30th, please, if you can, because it is going to be one long headache if you don't, okay? Now, having said that, as I was speaking about the North Node, at this quarter moon on Saturday, we had Mercury 22 degrees Taurus. The North Node is 22 degrees Taurus. Do you understand why I'm saying please get your stuff done? It has so many very important ramifications, and it can really screw things up if you're not prepared, okay? But if you can't get them prepared, you're going to have to do some new moon wishing intentions to kind of clear the path, to give yourself some leeway in case anything like goes wrong or just keeps going on and on. This could give rise to a problem that you have that just will persist and won't go away and for like 6 to 9 months at least. It has the makings of a potentially big problem, okay? Electra Storm, I need a new job. Can it be done after April 30th? Of course it can. Because if this has been something you've been working on since the last full moon eclipse, it's been in the works. And I don't know, I think that last full moon eclipse we had November 19th, Mercury might have been retrograde. Okay? So, just a second. Hi there. Come here, buddy. There you go. Go. Are you going to go? Okay. I'm sorry, my dog looked like he wanted to get up and leave, but I think he likes your company. So, your new job. You can still accomplish things with Mercury retrograde. But it's just, there are going to be some things that are going to be very annoying. Okay? So, does that answer your question? Okay. Now, having said that about the Mercury status, Mercury conjunct the North Node. So this is Mar-a-Lago, the chart over Mar-a-Lago at this quarter moon. The horizon, the east, the west, the sun rises at 7:56 a.m. If you look to the east, you would see that the sign of Taurus at 22 degrees was on the ascendant. You guys, he's so screwed. This is the instructions. This is the tone that is being set. We just had a big full moon reveal ahead of the eclipse. Donald's chart was nailed in Washington, D.C. This is the quarter moon, which are crisis points, conflicts. But this is like the last word before this eclipse comes. And the last word says at Mar-a-Lago, we have the ascendant at 22 Taurus, 37. You guys, it gets better. Just wait till you see this. Okay. Mercury is also at 22 degrees Taurus, but it was at 27 minutes. And the North Node at 22 degrees Taurus, 39 minutes. Do you see this? This is the ascendant. This is what gives life to him for this week. Mercury and the North Node have been split, cut off. Mercury is his ruler. This is in the 12th house of secrets and hidden enemies. So these are like his comms. This is the thing that his ruler, it's going to go retrograde. It's squaring off with his Mars and his Pluto. It's squaring off with his ascendant. It is in the 9th house right now. It's been separated from the North Node. So he cannot grab hold of this. So like if both of these things were in the first house, he would be able to grab hold of it and say, this is what we're doing. And he could you work with that synergy with these 2 points? If they were both in the 12th house, he would be able to manipulate something we couldn't see. But no. That power is cut off. His ruler is cut off from the North Node. And what's giving him in life is the thing that splits that. And this is demanding you go one way. His secrets are saying, I'm going this way. And there's nothing he can do about it. This was a TAROTSCOPE I wanted to do with you guys because he's sorely screwed. And over here on the 12th house cusp, remember I tell you planets, asteroids, whatever, they're on a cusp. They open up the whole chart. Well, he's got Chiron. He's got a pain. He's got a wound. He would like to have healed, but it's straddling his networks. Look there's money. There's Jupiter. His secrets. And it's here. His hidden enemies. He's screwed. He can't straddle this line and he can't straddle this line, and it's all going to open up. And this is what his new moon in Taurus eclipse is being served up on this platter. It's so bad. It is so bad. Yeah, I understand July is going to be wild. Yes, it is. And I am trying to get home before it gets really wild because I've got a wedding to go to in Hawaii, where my family is. And I'm like trying to hightail it out of there before things get bad. Who likes to try to leave Hawaii early? Never in a million years, but I'm a little freaked out about that chart, to tell you the truth. But it's a good wedding chart. Just traveling, eek. Oh, and in the first house, the second house cusp, guess what's there? 19 degrees Gemini, the north node of January 6th. This is, so watch the news this week, because he's got, I'm screwed, screaming like someone slapped a big sign on his back with a piece of tape that says, I'm screwed, kick me. Okay, so let's do this TAROTSCOPE over Mar-a-Lago. Okay. Tempsy, so the former emperor will truly have no clothes. Yeah, it's a bad visual. Yes, Leo liar. Big things are happening. Okay, so let's do this TAROTSCOPE over Mar-a-Lago because I'm very curious about this. Oh, I'm so okay. First house. Secret. Your networks. Oh my God, and he's got Mars and Saturn in the 10th house. Ooh, that is going to be hard. Oh, I bet he had a bad weekend. I think he had a bad weekend, you guys. It's just going to get worse. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just remembered. Okay, I just made this little before. Oh my God. Thursday, I don't know what's going to happen. Our Pluto return chart is going to be extraordinarily active the day and the 2 days before this eclipse. And it is not good. It is not good for anyone in those crosshairs. And holy crap. Oh boy. So this Thursday, Friday, yikes. Leo, I will. Really? Capricorn, I use the United States resources. 6th house routine. Is he going to get busted? Okay. At the full moon, the 6th house routine, when I compared it with China and Russia, Kiev, the U.S., He is like the hub for comms going on between Russia, China, and how to attack Kyiv. He has a major role going on there in Mar-a-Lago. And Leo, I will. So last week, who had this? This has been very active. Is this Donald? I will. Someone's going to do something. See, that's like a government, the 6th house routine, day-to-day routine, public servants, GOP, and something very destined is happening before the eclipse. Let's see if I can figure out where this yacht is. We have a yacht. Okay, we'll do 22, 22. What's it, Aries 22? I don't know. Gemini 22, that is his sun. I don't know. There is something going on with his networks, what he's doing against the U.S., I think. Okay, here we go. Okay, first house. Who are you, Don Julio? Who he is? News in the 10th house, screaming all down upon him. That is not a good way to start in the skies over. 12th house secrets. The beginning and the ending. This is his secret. Beginning and ending something. Hidden enemy. Sagittarius, I see. That is the law. I think that's the law. And maybe something he did overseas. His networks. The big secret. The hill you're going to die on. I think someone is going to let some secrets out. What's crowning him? Remember this North Node in Mercury. The air elements, the comms. We're going to get some more leaks, you guys. I don't know if they're more text or more audio, but his comms have been interrupted. The 9th house. That's where the moon was with Pluto. The moon right now has gone over the midheaven. It is over the skies of DC right now. Mercury retrograde, reinventing. A story they try to reinvent is gaining traction. It is just not going to hold. Shared resources, life, death. Pisces, I believe. I believe someone doesn't exactly believe. This is I think we're going to have flippers. People are going to be coming out against him. The 7th house, your opponent. Your 3rd house messaging, your opponent or your partner. This is not good. Someone has flipped, and messages is Mercury. Ugh. He is going to hate this Mercury retrograde. 6th house, public servants, military, day-to-day. Well, something is missing. Okay, at the full moon, I've been seeing this void of course moon card a lot. This, Russia and Ukraine had it. And it gave pause. That's when we found out about the worst atrocities. Then this past week, the US and Ukraine had it. Something missing. But then I was seeing kind of like, I don't know what the hub is with Mar-a-Lago, with comms going overseas, but it almost seemed like something was getting planted against Don Julio through Ukraine. And now this has showed up here in the 6th house of public servants, military, and day-to-day ops. 5th house of the sun. I transform my leadership. Oh. 5th house of the sun. Scorpio. Something is transforming there, okay? 4th house defenses. I'm analyzing something. What to do about this. 3rd house comms. 11th house, his friends and networks over here. Flipped. Maybe a friend flipped on him. And in 11th house, we had the secret being let out. Second house, income, gain, substance. Water element sensing. This is kind of like AI. Someone picked up, like, this is like bugging, like NSO, spyware. Something didn't go right there. Wow, that's crazy. How are you guys doing? Brexit and Denmark are sending immigrants to Rwanda. Okay. That's right. Me so happy. Me so happy too. So I had to go live tonight because I feel like this week is going to get going quickly. Okay, let's see the tarot over Mar-a-Lago from this quarter moon. How are you? The Magician, he had this in communications. He had this in communications last week. I think, who else had this? He had it here in the third house of communications. Disney had this reversed in communications, like they were manipulated. Donald's manipulating stuff. Oh. And Abbott had this on the ascendant last week, what was giving him life. So we've got him in cahoots with Abbott and maybe what's going on at Disney. This is like my FBI card, but someone is taking action. Someone's gotten orders. Someone is going. Is this Putin or Biden? The supportive man. Page of Swords. He's a spy. Talking with the government. Okay. Someone is having discussions with the government about him, Mar-a-Lago. Isn't that a good sign for him? And this is down at Mar-a-Lago, so it's someone on his inners. Who are you? What? Eight of Swords. Are you threatening people? 10 of Swords. How to tie things up, limit people, doing things. Maybe he did this through the government. His secret, with beginnings and endings, we have the help that he got, the stuff he would put out there to help him, like foreign wise, to come back in, help him end something. Maybe investigations, but to his benefit. His hidden enemy, though, I think this is the law. The scales of justice. This is Department of Justice, you guys. Department of FBI. No. A little CIA. This is our Department of Justice. 11th house of networks. The White House. People at the White House. People at Mar-a-Lago. Turning on a secret. What's crowning him this week? Watch for it. Oh my God. He tried to transmit stuff. He is spinning in circles. This is like a loop. Oh, I think someone ratted him out. Ninth house. Well, well, well. Someone got caught with treason, and maybe they're cutting a deal because they don't want to have anything to do with this. Shared resources. Someone else got caught. Donald made some offers. Or they are offering. This is a shared resource. What'd you guys do? The United States of America. What about the U.S.? Defenses. Oh. News. To win. The secret is out on how to help him, I think, stay in office and win. But this news is coming from abroad. I think this is expanding outwardly, the J6 investigation. Seventh house, your opponent or your... Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Empress reverse, the rusher is barren. She has nothing. And those third house... Are there some intercepts? There has to be intercepts. Sixth house, public servants, day to day. That void, of course, missing. This is Pooty. He's got some problems. There's a yod pointing to this. His relationships with Russia, the fifth house transformation, the Four of Swords reversed. Is this software, malware? Trying to rewrite a story, trying to change the subject. I didn't really do that. He's forced to deal with something here. But this is beneath the horizon. We can't see it. The third house. Defenses. His defenses, we analyzing that. These are intercepts. That Page of Cups with... What? To kill something off. Hermit defenses. This is the fourth house. This is ahead of the new moon solar eclipse. There's intercepts he wants to kill off, and the way he got money and power to make it look like he doesn't. Maybe Russia's trying to get some help on how to... There's some funny business going on there, you guys. Third house, 11th house. Yep, someone in his network got caught with the White House. Income gains values. Well, he would always benefit from intercepts. NSO spyware. It's coming for him. This is coming for him. There is something coming for him. He should not have been doing. Who knows? Oh, wait, let me do the dice really quick. Most important parts of this chart. Ugh. 10th house. Pisces, this is where they hide their crimes and they cover stuff up. And Saturn, authority, right there in the skies. I think the moon is just past Saturn. These are the most important parts of this chart for this week. It's all in the skies for everyone to see. That is crazy. That's nuts. Okay, you guys, we covered a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. We get our bearings straight going forward. You can't tip this stuff out of... He can't stop this stuff. It is on a trajectory of destiny. And this is what's being served up on that new moon solar eclipse this weekend. It's really bad for him. It is really, really bad. But because these guys are caught and they're scared, they're going to keep ratcheting up the crazy and doing deplorable, gross things. I'm sorry. Until they're stopped, they will be stopped, okay? So I am going to say good night. Thank you for coming out unannounced. Thank you, moderators, so much. Let's have a good week. Let's get our stuff done. Okay? Good night, Nancy Lee. Thank you so much for coming by. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Good night, Holly Coleman. Good night, Debsy. You liar. Hail the Queen. Thank you. Stephen King. We want all of our states united. I want them all back to normal. Okay. Good night, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.